Hello guys, so today we're going to be doing a remake of LOSTBOYJAY's track Could Be Wrong. This video was actually requested by a Patreon subscriber by the name of DP. Don't actually know his full name or her full name, but yeah, if you obviously want to suggest any videos, then feel free to message me on Patreon, and yeah, I'm potentially going to make them. I will apologise, I've not uploaded for a month now. I've just moved to Australia and I've finally set up a desk and got like a flat sorted. So yeah, I'm going to be uploading every week from now on. But this is what we're going to be making today. Great, so we're going to start with this Brandy I Wanna Be Down a cappella. It sounds like this. So originally it sounds like this, quite high pitched. It's an absolute classic if you ask me. What we're then going to do is pitch it down 2 octaves or 2 semitones. So it's a little bit more manly. Not as nice, but I imagine he's done it to try and change it into the right key. I also do not advise just using a random vocal and then putting it on your Spotify, because LOSTBOYJAY definitely didn't have the rights to that vocal when he released it, and luckily it's been signed now by Polydor, so Universal. But yeah, you can end up getting a bit fucked and sued if the record label's not as nice as clearly Universal are. So yeah, it's a common trend at the moment that people just keep chucking vocals that they don't own onto tracks. Yeah, you could get a big lawsuit, so best to avoid that. What we would then do, so once you've pitched it down, is just chop it and loop it. So I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. So when that's looped, we then also chop it up here. So something could be going on. All you got to do is grab that and then duplicate it. I could be wrong, but I feel. Great. Next we have the stab sound. So the main sound is actually from a stab. In the original, I've used a slightly different stab. So basically a stab is, let's do a bit of music theory, is when it could be a synth or a piano sound is playing either a 5th, a 7th or a 9th. So just say we're in C minor, so a 3rd would be here and a 5th would be here. So some stabs are a 5th, some are a 7th. But generally, we never make our own stabs, and LOSTBOYJAY definitely didn't make his own stabs. I know a lot of you would be crying in the comments going, oh, well, how do I actually make a stab? Well, guess what? If you want to make a track like LOSTBOYJAY didn't make a stab, so suck my fucking dick. All you got to do is find a stab in the key of the vocal. So you can go on to Splice for this. Let's see if we've got any on Splice. Stab. So again, the reason why my stab is slightly different to his stab is because it's a different stab, but it's pretty similar. But essentially, I searched for a stab, I had one on my all results, and down right at the bottom, one of these. Yeah, it's just from sample packs. So then what I do is grab it, and all he's doing, so this is all the same note, so these are all the same note, so is that one, and then with this I've pitched it down 5. So with stabs, because they are 1 and 5, so stabs, they've already got notes in them. You can't pitch them down in certain ways. You can always pitch them down 5 semitones. You can always pitch them down up 5 semitones. So up 5, down 5, that's always fine. Down 12, because that's exactly the same note but an octave down. Up 12. You can sometimes get away with a 7 and sometimes get away with a 3, depending on the notes that have been used in the stab that was made. So yeah, just grab any stab, doesn't matter, and then pitch it down to 5. And that's repeating itself on a loop. So it's really simple until we get to this note, which, look, as you can see, is pitched up 5 semitones rather than pitched down. And that's exactly what he's done in his track, but with obviously a different stab. So I could just steal the stab from his track and do it that way, but I thought you wanted to be more authentic, I guess. So in terms of effects on the stab, we've got this reverb. So this is actually coming in more and more as the build comes in. I've then got this auto filter, which is taking out some of the high end, so anything above 3.5 kilohertz has been taken out. I'm then boosting at about 1.78 kilohertz. I've got a sidechain to the kick, just so that the kick punches through. But lastly, to give it like some grit and some flavour, I've got this amp. So if you go to Ableton Audio Effects amp, I've just got this Rock All 10 preset, and I've dragged down the dry wet a bit. Without it, it's a bit bland. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be. So yeah, really simple. I'm then going to move on to the kick and the bass. Together sound like this. So if I bring this stab up here, the bass, as you can see, follows the exact same note patterns, apart from these odd ones. So yeah, the stab and the bass have to be in time. I've then chucked obviously this additional bass note here to help with the rhythm and adds a bit of flavour, which is done in the original. Yeah, so that's pretty basic. In terms of the sound, I've taken out some of the high end, and it's made in Serum. Obviously, if you want to download this, you can get it from my Patreon, as you can the whole project. So yes, definitely worth downloading. It's only £6 and you get access to every project I've ever made on this channel, as well as all the presets in Serum. So for $6 or $7, it's a fucking bargain. We've then got this kick, sounds like this. Quite a hefty, thumpy kick. And then I've got this drum bus on it, making it fatter. On the group, I've then got another drum bus, so that's basically just saturation, which basically makes it louder and a bit fuzzier and thicker. Yeah, that's about it. Got this side chain, which shouldn't be on there. So let's delete that. That should be on the bass. That's why. So yeah, on the bass also I've got this side chain, which is ducking out when the kick's coming in. So it's making the bass duck out. I've gone through it a million times. Pretty simple. In terms of the build, we've got this white noise, and I've got this snare. So with the snare, I've got a groove. So I've used the Notator 16C swing. As you can see, the notes are a little bit all over the place, which helps give it a bit of rhythm. What good effect is, I've put the sustain all the way down, and the decay, it builds in. So the notes, so the drum starts short, and then by the end. So yeah, just helps build. What I've also done is cut the stab out completely. Not my style. I normally leave it in because I like that tail from the reverb. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. Great. So next we have these drums. So it's just a hi-hat, and I've taken out some of the decay. I then got this shaker loop, and it's got the same swing, so the MPC 16C. It's just a little hat from the Big Z shaker, and then I've got this clap, which I'm taking out some of the high end. But yeah, it's generally pretty simple track. It's one of the easiest remakes I think I've actually done. But yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to download it from the Patreon, that'd be great. And please leave any video recommendations below. Make sure it's a popular track, because I'm not just doing some random track that just because you like it doesn't mean anyone else does. So yeah, thank you for watching, and peace out. Bye.